guys, welcome to yet another exciting episode with the Nembhard family, Kiki and Kevin Nembhard. We are back to give you yet another exciting topic. Hey, baby.
Yeah, what's up?
How are you, husband?
I'm good. You?
You're doing great.
Yeah.
I see you.
All right. As we discuss other topics that you might find interesting and also informative.
And today we're talking about a lot. Today we're going to talk about another exciting episode today, or it's another exciting topic. Something that I think a lot of both genders go through or experience, some more than the other though. Anyway, thank you guys for always supporting us. Thank you to everyone that has shown us support. We really appreciate it. We see you. Hey. Remember to follow us on social media, AGI Connection Podcast. Yeah.
All right. So today we're going to be touching on, it's kind of like a delicate matter, but it's also serious. It's kind of something that a lot of people going through. Yeah. So today we're going to be asking the question as to, which is a question that is asked so many times. Why do people cheat? Or for what reason do people cheat? Or let's keep it wide then. Why do people cheat?
Yeah, why do people cheat?
We try and cover almost every area as to, because, you got different areas as to, why people actually do cheat. There are different reasons, different meaning. So we're going to be touching on that and much more as it relates to relationship and marriage, which is mainly where these things happen.
Yeah.
Where you're doing stuff outside of your committed relationship, whether it's a marriage or just a regular relationship. So yeah. So I mean, like any other thing, this has so many sides to it. But let's start off by saying, from the aspect of people cheating and because they are not satisfied in the relationship, whereas it can be financial satisfaction, or it can be, say, sexual satisfaction, or from a woman's standpoint, it's women love attention. You know what I'm saying? So people do cheat for different reasons, but these are some of the main areas in which, people actually find themselves, having an outside relationship, apart from their actual relationship. You know what I'm saying? So, you find partners. I mean, especially like I said, if you're not getting that satisfaction in your relationship, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be looking outside of your relationship, and that's why we always recommend that you communicate, so that at least, even if, say, a problem exists or something occurs, you can immediately try and fix it, because it can be fixed. You know what I'm saying? If it's from a financial standpoint, then you know that, listen, we're going through a financial phase, and this is what we're gonna have to do. Instead of us going to the supermarket 2 times for a week, we're gonna have to go 1 time, just so get that steady balance. And then there's also the sexual, which is one of the main thing, which people find themselves not being pleased by their partners. I'm saying sexually. I'm saying which then lead them outside of the relationship. And this is this is something that we have touched on in other topics.
Maybe.
So
I think people cheat because they want to.
Okay.
That's my view.
Okay.
People cheat because they want to, and then there are some situations, obviously, where people are driven to go outside, to step outside. But I feel like it also boils down to a person as an individual. You decide whether you want to do it or not. So even if I'm in a relationship where I'm unhappy, and I am pushed into stepping outside, I make that decision to step outside. I make that decision to lay in the bed with somebody else.
Yes, you do.
It's me.
Yes, you do. What led you to making that decision?
What made me
for example, I mean, it can be greed. Then put it that way. What
Yes.
Say for example, then you weren't being satisfied in the bedroom, then,
which
right?
has happened to me. I did step outside, not our marriage, so in the past, I did step outside, but I don't think that to me. I did it, and that was the end of the relationship. I ended it because I knew that if I can cheat like that, that means the relationship was over. So that was it.
But then again, like I said, it must have been a reason why you would have been thinking, even if you're gonna be using it to say, as a tool, as to step out of the relationship, there must be something that concluded you to be thinking outside of the relationship. Which is the main point that I'm trying to make. Yes, you are the individual who made the decision. At the end of the day, that's a fact. Because it's not like someone forced you to do this. You do it individually. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, things contribute to this. It's either can be greed then, or it either can be a case. Because you do have people that's just greedy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And they would just step out for greed. You are there, pouring your heart out in terms of, making sure that, this person get sex whenever he wants it, however he wants it. You do stuff to this partner and stuff like that. And he still find himself outside of the relationship.
Yeah.
So you do have cases like those. But then you have the majority cases, which is, people cheating because they're not being satisfied. And also they're being neglected. So even when you're communicating across to the partner is, neglecting it in terms of, not paying it attention. So you have to understand it. Yes, you make a very important point, which is that you are the one who actually do it, which is right, because no one is forcing you to do it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's done from the standpoint where, something contributed to it. You know what I'm saying?
So there's that little thing in your mind that's like, okay.
And it's not something that just pop up. You see, the thing is, cheating isn't something that you just get up one day and just decide that, you just woke up this one and decide you're gonna check Tom. You know what I'm saying? It must be from a standpoint where you probably would have been communicated with Tom then, whereas you know that you can, say, for example, have sex with Tom then, right? And also, things have been boiling down in your head. It's something that you've been thinking about. I'm saying, whereas you're constantly going through the same thing in the relationship, whereas then you're not satisfied. And say, since we're talking about sex, right? Well, you're not satisfied in terms of sexual, and you keep communicating to the partner. Obviously, you apart from being annoyed, you get tired of repeating yourself.
Yeah.
I'm saying, so you realize now that if the person can't do something about it, then you are gonna do something about it. You know what I'm saying? You say, you know what? Since he's not paying me any attention there, I know someone who can pay me attention. Now, bear in mind, like I said, if you want to cheat, then you're gonna put yourself in harm's way of cheating. You know what I'm saying? In terms of which start from flirting. If you were comfortable in your relationship, you wouldn't even be as far as, say, communicating with someone then on a basis where the person actually knows exactly what you guys are up to.
You're saying if someone is comfortable in their relationship, they wouldn't have a room to flirt. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Right. It's because all needs will be met. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like I said, if all needs are met and the person still, attempt or even cheat, then that's greed right there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Period. That's just greed. But greed doesn't normally happen. What normally happens is that people cheat for reasons.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Different reasons. You know what I'm saying? You're not working enough money to take care of me. And I've seen that so many times. You know what I'm saying? So they would find themselves taking money from somebody. Now, bear in mind, when you're taking something from somebody, they need something in return. You know what I'm saying? I mean, females are managed to manipulate guys a lot in terms of having them, thinking that probably they're gonna be getting something when eventually they didn't. You know what I'm saying? And also you have the people who actually do get something, because just unbelieve, when you're giving something, you're expecting something. No man is just gonna be going ahead and say, be assisting you then financially then because of financial, unless he's just a friend.
Nice.
Because you're nice. Which guy you gotta find like that? You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be expecting something in return. And then also, like I said, it works from either side. Now, whether it's a man cheat or the female cheat, it's the same cheat. I'm saying it comes from a standpoint. Say, for example, the guy is not getting sex. You're holding out on sex animal and stuff like that, and it provides room in his head, for sexual thinking in terms of flirting with somebody else and at work. Say this girl at work always likes him, but he wasn't paying the girl no mind because he's okay in the relationship. But then you start neglecting him in the relationship, which builds no reason now for him to start thinking now. He start finding comfort in someone else. You know what I'm saying? Once you start finding comfort in someone else, then that's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, and I always said this, you see, these are the two main points that I'm gonna make right now. Like I always said, guys, apart from greed, then guys cheat naturally because like for example, they can't say, like, if a woman comes on to a guy even by flirting, it's rare that you find a guy's gonna back down and defend his relationship then. You know what I'm saying? But because what guys are naturally, weak to women. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, you do have strong guys out there who would hold it up for the relationship, because you find that their relationship is stronger than the other force that's trying to come onto them. You know what I'm saying? Because they're so comfortable in their relationship, they're not even seeing nobody else. You know what I'm saying? And then now you find that females now, in most cases now, because of how they are and stuff like that, because like I've always stated, women are more relationship based in terms of being more serious in a relationship, finding all the stuff like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Which I've done some studies and I've noticed that myself. So this brings us to the conclusion now to think now that, you see, whenever you find a female cheat, trust and believe that there's a reason behind it. You know what I'm saying? It's either they're trying to spite the person, or they're not being satisfied, or greed. It's always something. A female don't just get up and start, cheating with somebody else, just like that, just to have, say, two men,
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Guys, today I'm just listening because I'm like, okay.
But all right, but I mean, you can give your views. So I mean, I've cheated in my past relationships. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm speaking from this is because I've seen exactly what led to me cheating. Okay. You know what I'm saying? As you stated, it's you who decide to do it. You know what I'm saying? But also, if the room is provided for you to do it, listen, I was able to go ahead and actually be living a double life at the time when I cheated. You know what I'm saying? Whereas now I was living with two different persons then. Like,
oh my God!
Like in the sense of not literally say living with a person, but able to say visit them. I live with one, and I was able to visit one then. You know what I'm saying? But how this come about was that I started having problems in my relationship, as in my actual relationship. You know what I'm saying? Which I did reach out to try and address it. You know what I'm saying? But then instead of it being addressed and stuff like that, sometimes in relationship, people just say yes, when, like they said, okay, listen, we're going to start working on this thing starting from now. And then that's it.
You work on it for a week, and then after that, it goes back to normal.
Sometimes it's not even a week. Okay. Sometimes it's just a day.
Okay.
You see people just change for a day, and after that, tomorrow, it's the same thing again. So that's one of the things that led to me, stepping
living
outside.
A double of life.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, different people have different views.
But why don't we, when I say we, I'm talking about both, genders. Why don't we just say, for example, when we realize that, well, our needs are not being met, we have tried the communication route and it's not working. Like you said, you communicate with your partner, and after 2 days, things are back to the normal that you do not enjoy. And then the problem is still there. So why is it so difficult for us to walk away? Instead of putting that other person, like I'm saying we, because I've done it. Yeah. But on my side, like I said earlier, on my side, I ended things immediately after I stepped outside, because then I knew that the fact that I had the guts to step outside and still come back and look this person in the eye like nothing happened. I knew for a fact that I didn't feel nothing for this person anymore. That was a wrap.
But like in a case like that though, I mean, you know exactly what you are doing, right? And you know exactly as to why you are doing it.
And it was planned.
Right, exactly.
It wasn't something I'll say, oh my God, it just happened. No, it didn't.
No, that's what I'm saying now. I mean, like I said, you knew exactly why you were doing it, and you knew exactly what you were doing, which is what brought you to the point of even going back home and be able to look this person in the eye without feeling any guilt, because you knew exactly what you were doing and why you were doing it. If you had different reasons behind it as to why you were doing it, then, for example, you still wanted the relationship then with the person. Like you said, you stepped out immediately. Simple mean you knew that you didn't want the relationship no more.
Yeah.
But there's this thing, there's this thing like it's a form of satisfaction. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen it in other areas. You know what I'm saying? I saw one guy gambling already. Let's bring it there, where they keep losing and losing and losing. You know what I'm saying? And each time they keep losing, they keep telling him, one more. When did the guy stop? When he won just one game. He didn't even win back anything that's compared to the money that he has lost.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So which brings me to the point of satisfaction. Like I said, in your case, like you said, your needs weren't met, and the communication wasn't working. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And again, you said it was planned.
Yes.
So obviously, you and the other person that you were going to be with had already communicate as to how you're going to do things.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Now, even when you're going to do things. So simple mean, the moment you're able to plan something, remember, you say if it was from a different perspective where, say, for example, you're still in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? And you know that your needs are not being met, but you still love the person for whatever reason, right? You find yourself getting lonely, so obviously you start talking to somebody. Trust and believe, this cheating would be harder to plan, Okay. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that you can't cheat same way in a case like this, but it would have been harder to plan, because like each time you're thinking about it, you're thinking about the other person too, in terms of one if this person find out, but in your case, you knew exactly what you were doing,
and I didn't care.
And you didn't care.
I really
because
didn't.
You wanted that satisfaction.
I was at a point of no return.
You wanted that satisfaction, which asks you the same question now: why you didn't just step out? Don't after doing that, then you felt satisfied, right? In the sense of not sexually, because you weren't even doing it in at that point to please your sexual. You cheat for sexual reasons, right?
I cheated for sexual reasons.
Okay, so at that point,
more.
You want to get more attention? What?
I think it was mainly because listen, from it's funny because with the person that I cheated with, we had been communicating for some time, right? Flirting, obviously, like you mentioned, that's where it starts. And also I had already been on and off with the person I was in a relationship with. So it was we had also, other issues.
There was no surety in the relationship. Right?
Yes, we had other issues besides. I had other issues with him besides the sex.
Okay.
Which is some of the things that we're going to talk about some other time. Some people like we had other issues besides the bedroom issues that I had, and to me, the enemy started suggesting things.
Of course, which is
yes. So that's when I was like, okay. At the time, it felt like it was an enemy, but I look back now, I'm like, that was God. But okay, you know what I'm saying? If something is not meant for you, it's not meant for you.
Right.
So that's what happened. So we had our other issues, or I would say I had issues with him. Obviously, he didn't see there were issues. To me, there were serious issues.
Right.
So that was the reason why I ended up stepping out, and and also, like I said, it was planned. It wasn't something that I woke up and say, okay, this was an accident or whatever, and regret. I don't regret it even today.
All right, and also in terms of because say for example, like for the fact that because once you're cheating, it's not like you're cheating in the sense of just going to meet up with somebody. You're going to have sexual intercourse with this person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is understandable. No. After doing something like that, like in your case, like I said, you seem like you were just doing it to get that satisfaction in terms of your mind being satisfied. Because let me ask you a question: were you satisfied sexually
with the person that I?
Right.
Yes, I was.
Okay.
I was, but it wasn't something I would say I would do. I didn't want a relationship with the person.
Okay.
That's the first.
Okay, so
I did not want a relationship with the person I was cheating with.
Right.
I didn't want it to continue.
Right.
Even though obviously he wanted us to still continue. But I was like, no, this is not going to happen.
But that which brings me to another question now, because this is what happened now. Because if you were being satisfied sexually, right? This was a one-time thingy, which you found that, oh my God, this person is able to do stuff to me that, my actual boyfriend wouldn't do. Now I'm saying you felt so satisfied and stuff like that. What if you went ahead then, because you said you didn't want a relationship with this person?
Yes.
So what did you plan on doing after that? Because then it would have sent you back right to the norm of probably say being by yourself, or even satisfying yourself in terms of probably playing with yourself and stuff like that. Because like you said, you didn't want a relationship with
I went back to that actually, because I was single after I ended things with the guy I cheated on.
Okay.
Yeah, I was single after that.
Okay, so
even though like I didn't, like I said, I didn't continue to do it with that person.
Yeah. It was just a one-time thing.
Yes, okay. It was just a one-time thing, and I didn't want more out of it. I didn't want any commitment from him. I don't know. I just. I needed. I was looking for a reason to get out of my relationship.
I think you were looking for a reason, because, like, from a standpoint from that, because I mean, if you said that you were being satisfied, and you're looking at it from the standpoint, which simply bring me to the point now that you didn't cheat for sexing, because if you had cheated then for sex, probably the other issues that you were having in the relationship were bigger than even the sexual issues. Because if you had cheated for sex and this person was able to satisfy you sexually, you know what I'm saying? Then simple mean, like, I mean, I don't see a one-time. I don't see a one-time
thing. The person, when you ask me to say was I satisfied sexually, you're asking me about the person I was with or the person I cheated with?
No, the person you cheated with.
Oh yes, the person I cheated with satisfied me.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But you said as well that you didn't want nothing more from it, as in you didn't even want to have sex with this person no more.
Yes, right? yes.
See, which is exactly what I'm saying. Which is what I'm saying is that, all those sex, because sex comes with cheating. You know what I'm saying? That's a natural fact. But the thing is this, what I'm trying to get from you is this, right? Since you had cheated for sexual reason and other reason, to me then seem like the other reason overpowered the sex part. Because if you were being satisfied, like, for me, if I'm being, like, based on what I've been through, if I've been satisfied, say I was having sexual problems in my relationship, and then I cheated with somebody, right? And this person was able to satisfy me, I would want more out of that, because remember, that's the problem that I'm having. I'm saying, but you now said that you didn't want to continue this.
Yeah, even from the beginning, like even before I even got with him, I knew when I got with him that I wasn't going to do it again. That's what I had told myself.
So already you told yourself.
It's not something that I decided when we were done to say I'm not going to do this again. No.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like I said, it was all planned. I was like, you know what,
You just want that release then?
I just wanted that release, and I was like, you know what, there's nothing more I can have with this guy. I don't want anything more with him. I'm just gonna kick it with him for this time, and that's it.
Yeah, because like that sounds weird. Because like what with me, like when I was like I said, when I stepped out of my relationship that I was having, not us, please guys, not us. Okay,
no, not us.
I've never cheated on my wife,
and I've never cheated on my husband.
So like when I will not, and I will not. When I had stepped out of my relationship, I was getting sexual satisfaction from the other party. And that's how I ended up started living a double life.
But let me ask you something. Sorry to interrupt you. But remember when you were asking me now to say, if with that person that I was with, it means I wasn't really looking for sex. I was looking for something more. I think that's what you said. The fact that I said I didn't want to do that again with him, it means the reason was not sex. The issues I had with my previous partner were bigger than the sex itself. So also looking at it, I'm like, I wouldn't like even if I get satisfaction sexually, if I had been with this guy, right, the one I was with, got satisfaction and wanted more out of the relationship, at the end of the day, it boils down to there are a lot of issues that come, like in terms of the person themselves. There are a lot of things that we expect from each other as a couple, right? A person can be a tiger in bed, but be horrible in terms of treating me.
Right? Okay.
You know, those are the other things that. So I can't on my side and say, okay, the sex, I would have gotten it from that guy, yes. And if I was satisfied, then I would have gone with him if that's exactly what I wanted. There's so much that takes to build an individual to an extent that you can say, okay, fine, this is who I really want to be with. If that person has that arrogance thingy in them, if that person has that evilness thing in them, that mean, that abuse, that all those things that they bring.
That's what I said.
The sex does not mean nothing at the end of the day.
Okay.
You know, someone will, like we said, people cheat for different reasons. Some cheat because they are sexually not satisfied.
Because that's a mean.
And some cheat because they are being abused.
Right.
Some cheat because they are just greedy. Some cheat because main thing they want to cheat.
Like I said, like I said, now you said you and I have two different. You know, we have the same experience for two different reasons, basically.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like from my standpoint, where I went ahead and cheated out of my relationship.
Did you want a relationship with the person you cheated with?
Well, you know what? I was actually having a sexual relationship with this person.
You were it was just sex. It wasn't a relationship as a relationship. So you were in a steady relationship with the person you were living with. That was your choice. And then you stepped outside because of the issues that you were having.
That's the reason that I was having.
Yes, with the issues, because of the issues that you were having with the person that you loved at that particular time, you stepped outside. And this person that you were cheating with was just, you were just having, it was just a sexual relationship. There were no expectations, there were no attachment. So she was a side chick.
You know what?
Or you were also his side dude. Was she in a relationship?
Well, when I met her, funny enough, you know, the girl that I was cheating with, she wasn't in a relationship. But at the same time, she knew that I was in a relationship.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we agreed on, you know, how we would do things. Funny enough, you know, it wasn't, you know, it was something.
Did she know the woman?
Not know her personally. Personally,
she knew about her.
Okay, and also she knew that I was in a relationship. So, you know, like I said, like, you know, funny enough, we were just friends. But she offered that comfort for me that I wasn't getting at home.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And this is how it all started. Okay. And funny enough, the first time when I ended up, like I always tell you, I always ended up in some situation. Like I'm always visiting her, just visiting her as a friend, and you know, just.
You see what we spoke about the other time.
Which you know what? She was more than a friend now, because what happened now, you know, then we start having, you know, friendly conversation, whereas in, you know, we discuss with her the issues that I'm having and, you know, stuff like that, which would then encourage me also, you know, how best, you know, you can, and it didn't involve her, funny enough. What happened was that one night when I went to look for her, and this is how it all started, trust and believe, it rained. And that's it. I slept at her house that one night. And from that one night, that was it.
You guys started having sexual relationships from this. So you guys, so it wasn't a once-off.
Because, like I said, that was the reason why I stepped out of my relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't being satisfied. I had other areas, but the sexual part in my case, the sexual part overpowered my other areas. Like the other issues I can always live with, because at the time I worked a lot. So the other issues, I wasn't seeing the person much so yet, you know, but the time that I would spend with her and stuff like that, I wanted that feel and that you know, that comfort and stuff. Imagine being home and uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying? So
that's the worst.
You know, I felt the comfort when I was with this other person, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, it only started one night, and from that one night we're just kicking it, you know what I'm saying? Which now bring me to, you know, like I said, when I compare my issues with yours, which is like, it's cheating is cheating. But like we said, you know, people cheat for different reasons. Mine was, I definitely wasn't being satisfied sexually.
Okay. So did you have any if you had to choose, for example, like I made a decision and said, okay, I'm walking away from this person because I cheated with this one, but still I'm not going to go with this one that I cheated with, right? I just need a timeout, for myself. With you in your situation, did you at some point, because you felt comfortable with the sexual partner that you had, or you felt comfortable sexually, right. So she was satisfying you sexually, yes. Which is something that I'm assuming you're not getting at home at the time. So looking at both sides, right? So this person was giving you the sex. This one wasn't giving you the sex, but she was giving you other things that you enjoyed in the relationship. Did this one who was giving you the good sex possess the same qualities or characters that were good that this one had, meaning you could leave this one for permanently?
No. Well, you know what? Actually, no. Like I stated when I just met you, right? Like, and that's just that brings me now to the point where I started having the same experience. Then I realized, I was saying to myself, is it possible at all to just get everything in one? Remember, we always spoke about that since met and stuff like that, having that one-stop shop.
Yeah,
I've never had that discussion with no one else, because when you talk about things like this, you find, like you said, the person will be good in bed, but the person is horrible elsewhere.
Yeah.
And you always find that it's hard to get that compilation, because you know what? Persons are not willing to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? In terms of giving up on something that they love, or, stuff like that. Because that's how you're going to build a perfect, relationship.
Yeah.
Look at me and you. I mean, when we just started, we knew exactly as to, what we wanted from the relationship.
Yes.
But also we came with different stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we compile those, and we realize where I'm higher than you, or you're higher than me in this area, stuff like that. And we realize now who needs to make the sacrifice in this area, who needs to make that, that's one of the key factors that makes like our relationship works. You know what I'm saying? Which was a problem like in the previous relationships, you know what I'm saying? Like that I didn't have that balance. And that's why, like I stated, 1 year before I met you, I was by myself, because I didn't want to be going through that thing where I had to have more than one woman to make the one. So, say for example, I wasn't having sexual pleasure, I wasn't having financial pleasure. Already, that's two women. So I would have one for money and one for sex, and then I also have my actual relationship, which is the one they build. It's like home. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, you know what? People need to start, paying attention to their home more, in terms of the person you're with too. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get caught up in some other areas that you don't even pay the person that you.
So is it possible to cheat by accident?
By accident?
As in, it was a mistake.
Or, you know what? Accident in my case is kind of like this, whereas in you are in the wrong spot at the wrong time.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because I myself, well, I wouldn't even consider cheating at the time, but I because I wasn't in a relationship at the time.
Okay.
But this is what happened, and that's why I know that things like that is possible. It's not accident. You're just in the wrong spot at the wrong time.
Okay.
I remember being at a place already, and then this particular girl came along. You know what I'm saying? We call it a hint. We were on the hints and stuff like that. And this particular girl was passing along the hints. You stopped her, you start chatting, whatever it is, only to realize, talking and communication led to the girl reaching inside the house. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. Because, come on, you're talking to a, trust me, I've had so many experiences under my belt, but I just do stuff for experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when I realized that, stuff can happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Multiple things can lead you. That's why sometimes you have to try. Different things can lead you to doing different things. Your mind have to be very strong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for me,
now?
I'm strong I'm strong.
You strong as F?
Yeah.
You're about to swim.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is this, I ended up, first the girl reached into the yard itself, the yard space. Then the person reached
the yard connection.
Then she reached into the house. And the moment she reached into the house, I know that's it. The next minute I know is that she's on the bed.
Wow. And you didn't know this girl, or you knew her?
I knew her, but I've never, this was the first time we actually were, we always say hi and bye, stuff like that, but that was it. You know what I'm saying? But this was the first time we actually, and trust
Did it happen again?
No, that's the thing. There are those cases, where, like there's that one person. Like, for example, look at how you.
So would you were saying, listen, you were saying that it happens that someone can cheat when they're at the wrong spot at the wrong time. But in your situation, you were not in a relationship at the time.
No, but I'm just using it. But I'm just using it as an example. Because the thing is this: the girl was
in a relationship,
right?
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
guys, I'm out. I'm signing off. Like this is too much. Way too much.
But like I said, at the end of the day, like, if your needs are not being met in terms of, in different ways and stuff like that, like I said, for me, maturity is one. You have to have a mature mind. Yeah. Two is communication. You know what I'm saying? You guys need to communicate on whatever issues you're having. You know what I'm saying? Like we're stating just now, like, I mean, I'm happy you went out of that relationship, because if it wasn't for that, then I would have met you. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you had other, you seem like you were going through a lot.
I was. I was going through a lot. Sometimes I look back and I'm like, okay, whatever, man. I deserve what I have right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, seriously?
Things do happen for different reasons. Like, for example, see what I'm talking about, bring me to the exact point. If you are satisfied in practically every
you don't have any reason to look outside. Like right now, no one can. Oh my God!
Would you live
oh hell no! I don't even give anyone the time of day to get comfortable into even starting to flirt with
which is the same thing with me. And you're talking to a flirter too. I used to flirt by phone.
We're gonna discuss flirting in another episode.
So, I mean, like I said, people cheat for different reasons. So I mean, whatever your reason is, I mean, we understand. But at the same time, we need to try and work on that communication. I mean, like we said, why we can't get to that standpoint where just leave. But there's just always that time. There's just always that,
No, we want to have our cake and eat it. Yes. You want to have your cake and eat it, you guys, because I walked away.
Yeah, because you know exactly why you walked away. You didn't want a relationship there. You didn't even want sex, because I don't know, I'm gonna have sex with someone and the person said that is good, and then the person would want to have it a second time. You must be freaking crazy.
What? Listen, we go through the most.
Like I said, I want to see the person that's gonna bring that across to me. Like if that was me,
we gotta go. We've been talking for too long now, because anything that involves cheating or not cheating, anything that involves sex, my husband is always on. Yeah, he got batteries. He just keeps going as long as he talks about sex.
It's not. You know what?
No. Let's go. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining us, guys. Until next time.
Until next time,
we're out. Kiki and Kevin, or Kevin and Kiki, the Nembhard, signing off.
Ciao.